Joining me now is Elizabeth Wood, MIT professor and Russian specialist. Elizabeth, thanks so much for your time. Today's meeting between Putin and Witkoff lasted about 3 hours. What are you anticipating could come out of this visit with that deadline of Friday?
It's hard to say. As we know, Witkoff is not a diplomat, but he is, sent by the president. So what I think is particularly interesting is that he first met with Kirill Dmitriev, who is a special envoy for investment opportunities. That's his field. So that's who he first walked in across the Kremlin grounds to meet with the president. They had no outgoing statements, either Putin or Witkoff, so we don't know what they talked about. But Ushakov, who is Putin's aide, said that he thought it was very constructive and that they would have continuing signals that they would be working on. So it's anybody's guess how far they'll go. The best guess would be if they decide to have a ceasefire for long-range missiles, since Ukraine is now successfully hitting Russia. But we don't know yet.
So as talks continue back and forth, we've seen Donald Trump threatening Russia with more sanctions. How do you expect the Kremlin might respond to that?
They're going to say, they do a lot of bluster around sanctions. They tend to say, oh, that doesn't bother us, no problem, we're just fine. The sanctions that Trump is proposing are also secondary sanctions. So they'll be against the Indians for buying Russian oil and arms. And in fact, Financial Times just reported a couple of minutes ago that Trump is doing a 25% increase on India. Russia can still withstand that. Russia's gambling on that. The question is whether, I actually think Ukrainian long-range missiles may have more impact than Trump's sanctions. But we'll see.
Elizabeth Wood is an MIT professor and Russian specialist. Thanks so much for joining us on CTV News Channel. Appreciate it.
Thank you.